What up, guys? This is
Cheevo, guys!
back here again with another achievement guide. Today we're going to be focusing on Sensible Blood Rugby. This game is published by BenjiSoft and it's developed by Chaueau. It just released this week for $6.99 and it's a fairly easy completion. It's going to take about anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes depending on how lucky you get. You can get most of the achievements in just about 30 minutes. However, there's two achievements in particular that are related to fighting that for some reason took me a while. It's just because it's hard to trigger fights in this game. It's kind of random, so if you have some good luck with the RNG on your side, maybe you can get it done faster than me. But personally, it took me about 53 minutes to get the full 1000 G, and most of those achievements came in the first 20 minutes, aside from the ones that are related to fighting. You need to win a fight and lose a fight. Now you may be thinking, Cheevo, I know nothing about rugby. Well, same here. I don't know anything about rugby either. And pretty much all you need to know is you need to get the ball, take it to what would be the end zone, I guess. If you're playing football, I don't know what they call it in rugby. But once you get to the area where you score on, the opponent side of the field, what you want to do is slide. I think that's what he's doing, is sliding. And to do that, you basically need to cross into the end zone and press A to slide. I probably sound like an idiot to someone that knows the actual rules of rugby. I totally apologize if I'm not saying the correct terms, but you want to take it to that area and press A. It's going to slide and it's going to score a try. And basically every time you get a try, you get 5 points for your team. After that, you get to kick what an American would refer to as a field goal, and basically you got to kick it in between the posts, and if you do that you get an extra 2 points. And that's basically all you need to know in terms of getting this completion. Getting into the end zone and sliding for a try, 5 points. Afterwards, if you kick it in between the posts, you get an extra 2 points. Now, in the first match we're going to play, it's going to be a quote-unquote test match. This is basically where you're allowed to play against a second remote. So what we want to do is start up a match against one of your extra controllers. And in this first match, we're going to be going for the comeback achievement. In this achievement, we need to come back from a 10-point deficit at halftime. So with the second remote, what you want to do is score 10 points. You can basically do this by scoring 2 different times or 2 different tries. And after you have at least 10 points, what you can do is you can take your first player that's signed into your main account that you want the achievements with, and you just want to keep scoring with that player in the second half. And as soon as you have more points, you can go ahead and just let the time expire, and once the game is over, you should get an achievement for coming back. This is the comeback achievement worth 50 gamer score. You should also pop an achievement for winning your first game. Alright, so we already got 2 achievements knocked out of the way. In the next match, we're going to be going for 2 more achievements. So go ahead and start up another test match against your second controller, and we're going to be going for an achievement for shutting out an opponent, basically not letting your opponent score, and then also an achievement for scoring 5 tries in one match, basically scoring 5 times. So overall in this match, what you want to do is make sure that you score 5 times with your first player. Again, to score, you need to basically run into the opponent's end zone and slide. You can slide with A, and that's all you need to do to get a try. You need to do this at least 5 times in a game. It doesn't matter if you make the extra point after or the kick after. All you got to do is just make sure that you score the try, which is sliding into the opponent's end zone and sliding with A. So just make sure you do that 5 times with player 1, and make sure you do not score at all with the second remote, player 2. And as long as you do that, you will unlock another 2 achievements after this match, those being the try score achievement worth 200 gamer score for scoring 5 tries in a match, and then second, another achievement worth 50 gamer score for shutting out your opponent. So that's going to total up for an additional 250 gamer score. And in the next match, we're going to be going for another few achievements, specifically going to be going for 2 achievements related to losing. One for simply losing a game, that's the loser achievement worth 10 gamer score, but most importantly, the tough loss achievement for scoring 3 tries and still losing the game. So in this instance, what we need to do is we need to score 3 times with player 1 and then grab player 2, and you want to just keep scoring, at least 4 times or just 3 times, and then make the kicks afterwards to get you those extra points. As long as player 1 scores 3 different times and player 2 ends up winning the game, you'll end up getting the tough loss achievement. That one surprisingly is worth 200 gamer score. So in total this match we're getting an additional 210 gamer score, 10 from the loser achievement and 200 G from the tough loss achievement. So assuming you did this correctly and you scored at least 3 tries of player 1, aka at least 15 points, and then afterwards you went and came back with the second player or second controller, you should end up unlocking both of these achievements, one for losing and then one for scoring 3 times and still losing. Alright guys, at this point we should only have 3 achievements left. One is called Ultimate Loss. It's for losing and only scoring 0 points. We haven't done that quite yet, so what we're going to do is we're going to start up another test match and simply score 0 with player 1. You can go ahead and maybe score once with player 2, that way player 2 wins, and that's about all you need to do for this match. Just wait for the time to expire, and then afterward you should unlock the Ultimate Loss achievement for losing and scoring 0 points. Anyhow, the other 2 achievements that you're going to have left are the ones that I mentioned earlier in this video, the ones that are probably going to give you a little bit of trouble and may extend your time for 1000 G. And maybe you'll get lucky right away, maybe it'll take you up to 30 minutes, but somewhere in between that time frame you're going to end up unlocking both of these achievements. Now, both of these achievements are related to fighting in the game. Eventually, if the players are tackling each other enough and attacking each other enough, they'll get mad and they'll start a fight. There's an achievement related to winning a fight and there's an achievement related to losing a fight. I tried over and over to try to, get my players to fight, and sometimes they just don't want to fight. So there's definitely some RNG involved, some randomization involved with, getting these fights to trigger. But personally, I found that I was able to get the most fights playing against the CPU in the championship mode, the main story mode. And all I did was I spammed LB, which is the button to switch players. It basically switches to the nearest player to the computer's player. And besides that, I was spamming the A and B buttons, which are basically both of the attack buttons. So think about it this way, you're basically constantly switching players and attacking, and basically that's your best chance at starting a fight is, having your players be really aggressive. So I was basically again spamming LB, A button, and B button, and eventually I triggered some fights against the CPU. I was able to get my achievement for winning a fight. Now, at the time of uploading this video, I did have a little glitch. Anytime I was able to start a fight against the computer never fought back. So, he never hit me or anything like that, so I wasn't able to lose against the CPU. So, I actually was forced into diving into the 2-player mode again, the test match, and trying it against a second controller, which I found even harder to trigger it against a second controller, that being a fight. But eventually, I tackled my second controller enough where it ended up triggering a fight, and I basically, only attacked with player 2, basically losing the fight for player 1, and then I unlocked my final achievement, questionably named Pussy, worth 200 gamer score for losing a fight. I'm surprised Microsoft approved that one. Anyhow, guys, hopefully you guys got the 1000 G as well. As always, I'd like to give a huge thank you to all of my Patreon subscribers. We just hit 16 patrons. I'd like to give a special shout out to everybody in the biggest fan club, including TimG84, AOJ, Kegger101, Kana25, Michael Banksa, and Purple Rain 6. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.